Everton has been docked a total of 8 points for breaking the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules this season. Initially 10 points in November that got reduced to 6 after an appeal, but have received another 2 points deducted the other day. The crux of the issue is that Everton simply lost too much money. The PSR sets a limit on losses a club can incur over a 3-year period. In Everton's case, their financial losses for the period ending with the 21-22 season exceeded the allowed amount. Specifically, the accounts showed that Everton suffered combined losses of £371.8 million over the previous 3 years, far surpassing the Premier League's limit of £105 million in losses a club can incur over a 3-year period. Manchester City's financial reputation is in ruins after being hit with a whopping 115 financial fair play charges. Accused of manipulating finances for almost a decade, the club faces accusations of deliberately misleading the Premier League. Despite strong denials, City's lack of cooperation throughout the investigation is raising serious eyebrows. An independent commission later this year is likely to deliver a damning verdict, potentially crippling the club with supporting sanctions. With expulsion from lucrative European competition a real possibility, the financial repercussions could be catastrophic. Recent transparency efforts, like the Etihad Airways IPO, might be little too late to save City from the self-inflicted wounds of their alleged financial doping. Everton's swift points deduction feels like a hammer blow compared to Manchester City's seemingly endless investigation. The Toffees were hit with a single charge of breaching profit and sustainability rules for the 21-22 season. This clear-cut case allowed for a fast-track independent commission that resulted in swift and harsh punishment. Feels like the Premier League made an example of Everton, especially considering it was the first point deduction for such an offence. Meanwhile, Manchester City faces a staggering 115 charges, a bureaucratic nightmare compared to Everton's case. The Premier League claims this complexity necessitates a longer investigation, leaving a cloud of uncertainty hanging over City. This disparity in pace feels like a slap in the face for Everton. Were the rules less clear-cut for them? Did the sheer volume of accusations against City buy them more time? It's hard to not feel like Everton is being treated more harshly, punished quickly for a single offence, while City enjoys a seemingly endless appeal process despite the weight of accusations against them. This lack of consistency from the Premier League leaves a bitter taste for Everton fans, who feel their club is being unfairly targeted. This shines a harsh light on the murky world of financial corruption in football. Everton's swift punishment for a single alleged breach of financial regulations raises eyebrows when compared to City's situation. While the vast number of charges against City necessitates a more complex investigation, the sheer difference in pace feels like a case of double standards. This begs the question, is the punishment truly fitting the crime, or are there other factors at play? Financial corruption erodes the very foundation of fair play in football. When clubs can manipulate financial rules for their own gain, it distorts the transfer market in several ways. Inflated transfer fees become the norm, making it nearly impossible for smaller clubs to compete for that talent. This creates an uneven playing field, where financial clout trumps sporting merit. Everton's swift punishment might be seen as a deterrent, but also raising concerns about the consistency with which financial regulations are enforced. The lack of transparency surrounding City's investigation fuels suspicion and weakens public trust in the sport. Fans want to believe that the games they watch are a genuine contest, not a preordained outcome dictated by shady financial dealings. The Everton fiasco exposes a potentially troubling trend for the future of the Premier League. If financial muscle continues to be the sole determinant of success, with accusations seemingly brushed aside for certain clubs, then the beautiful game risks becoming a playground for the privileged few. Imagine a league where Manchester City, or any team with bottomless pockets, faces minimal consequences for financial breaches, further solidifying their advantage. Competition will dwindle, passionate fan cultures will erode, and the dream of any team, regardless of size, challenging for the title will become a distant memory. This doesn't have to be the future. The Premier League needs a financial reset button. Stronger financial fair play regulations with teeth, not just guidelines, are crucial. Independent investigations should be swift and impartial, regardless of the club's name on the jersey. A level playing field, where sporting merit reigns supreme, is the lifeblood of the Premier League. Fans crave the underdog story, the thrill of an unexpected champion. Without it, the sport loses its soul. The contrasting treatment of Everton and Manchester City by the Premier League exposes a troubling inconsistency in enforcing financial regulations. While Everton received a swift and harsh punishment for a single offence, Manchester City enjoys a seemingly endless appeals process despite facing a multitude of accusations. The lack of parity breeds suspicion and erodes fan trust in the beautiful game. Imagine a league where Brentford or Burnley can challenge for a European spot, or where a Leicester City fairy tale can unfold again. Financial fair play reform, coupled with stricter reinforcement, is the key to safeguard the competitive integrity of the Premier League and ensure that sporting merit, not financial clout, is the pathway to glory.